Welcome to week 3 of this vlog series. You're joining me on probably one of the nicer days we've been having. Yeah. Oh fuck! Fucking almost snapped my foot. I've been working on a few songs today. Been editing some videos for Wolf Supplements. I'm playing in Pontefract tomorrow at the old post office. Good morning, it's Sunday today and I'm not actually working today. So this morning I'm going to the gym because I haven't had time to go to the gym all week. When I don't go to the gym for a few days, I start to feel very flat. That's the only problem when work takes over. You don't have time to prioritise your health or your fitness. So it's Sunday today. Could either sit around and do nothing, or I can get in the car, spend an hour in the gym and feel a lot better about myself afterwards. Amazing gig last night, really enjoyed it. It's always great when there's such an atmosphere like that, and that's kind of the stuff that I live for when performing. It makes me a bit sad sometimes because performing, I think, is the thing that I love most about music. I think it's probably up there with like my favourite things to do ever, and I always thought, yeah, one day I'll do this for a living and perform for a living and make my own music. And it hasn't quite, at the age of 25, turned out like that. And I always thought, if I don't do that by the time I'm 25, performing to hundreds of thousands of people, my own music, then I'm a failure. But as you get older, you kind of realise that that's really not the case. And I've found passion in other things in music. Okay, so one thing that I said that I wanted to start doing in these videos were showing some of the work that I've been working on. So I've reached out to a few of my clients and they're pretty much all happy with me to kind of show my process, how I work on their tracks, show their song in general and how good it is. And Meg was one of those clients. Meg is somebody who I've been working with January, December of last year now, and I also went to college with Meg and then university with Meg, so it's so cool to work with her a few years later and bring her music to life essentially. So what Meg usually does is she comes to me with an idea that she's written on the acoustic. Every single time without fail, I've had the track kind of build up in my head before it's down on the project. So for this track, this is called Enough, and she came to me with this initial lead guitar. From your phone, 'cause right now I'm not the one you can call. She wanted the song to be upbeat and I agreed with her, but quite acoustically driven. I was like, straight away, it needs to be kick, snare, hi-hat. They need to just be playing on their own for 2 bars, and that's just what we did. By bar 3, a tambourine hit comes in, the guitar comes in, and Meg's vocals come in. 2. I didn't think that guitar was enough, so I layered it with another one. It's always good to have like a guitar recorded with a microphone. It just sounds a lot more organic and open. And then I want everything to drop out just before that first chorus. The rest of the drums dropped out apart from the kick, and then I just had the bass driving with the guitar. Actions speak louder than words. Where's the love that I deserve? Right now I feel so alone. With the drums building up just before that chorus. It's always about you. Is this even real? Saying I love you is not enough. Your actions don't line up to what you've done. You push and pull until... But I deliberately left this chorus fairly empty just because I wanted the second chorus and then the final chorus to be even bigger than the first chorus. So I like to make sure that every section of the song has a change big enough to make the listener go, oh, that's not the same as the last verse or the last. So I always like to implement changes no matter how big or how small. So we've got to change for every section of this song. That's fairly empty, and then we pull it back out for this next verse. nice cool little texture, space, little bit of ambience. Put that there, so that rings on into the second verse. Gives a bit of like an edgy vibe, drives it down that pop route a little bit as well. Put in like a bit crushed, and then drop. And then from here now, it's just gonna build to the end. So we are like, we're 1 minute 12 into the song. The song needs to start making progression to get bigger and bigger and bigger towards the end. And that's what it needs to do to retain the listener's attention throughout the rest of the song. I added this cool little, another textured loop as well. I love texture, but not just texture, like little bits of ear candy all the way through. I've always said this since I started producing. I love listening to songs that have lots of stuff in there that make your ears prick up a little bit. And this is one of those things that I really wanted in there. It's more of like rave, but it just works within this vibe and feel. And then it's all in. And you can still hear that. You can still hear that. Nice fills in there. Again, I feel like drum fills work as ear candy. It's simple, but it works its way around the ears. And then I've started bringing in the tambourines again that we heard at the very beginning of the song. And this is my favourite part of the song. Meg's going, "'Cause I know I can do better." And I just think this is like probably one of the catchiest parts of the song for me, but it works perfectly there. I don't think it would work in like the chorus. 'Cause I know I can do better, do better. So I got Meg doing some ad-libs here as well. So towards the end of a song, you need ad-libs, like more ad-libs, more harmonies. Make it as big as you can. Ad-libs in there. I know I can do better. I flooded that with auto-tune. Obviously, Meg can sing without auto-tune, but I like the effect that the auto-tune brings. So like here, you can hear. So like here, the auto-tune does a really good job of stepping a voice up, like. But without the auto-tune, it's not as impactful. You can't really hear her trill as much. And then it drops out one last time with an echo from that atmosphere, and it just carries it to the end. So that is Enough by Megan McCaffrey. One of my favourite songs I've worked on, to be honest. The boys at work. In section. Cool, let's try that again. So, do you want me to bring you back in here? Good afternoon. I have been slacking on this video this week, I'm well aware. I had half marking yesterday, filmed little bits of that. Exciting stuff happening for them boys at the moment, which I am excited to be a part of the start of their journey. They recorded another song yesterday. I've just finished up mastering their first song, which is sounding absolutely mega, and I'm buzzing for people to hear it and for them to get it out there. What have I done this morning? I have tracked vocals for a client from the US, a Machine Gun Kelly style song. I'd have liked to have shown that, but unfortunately in our agreement I cannot show that song to anybody. So it's Friday, I feel like chilling, but I can't. It feels like Saturday today. Gonna go get my hair cut, get this master sent off.